Welcome to this video on mastering the fall of potential method for ground testing. We will focus on the 61.8% method, a standard industry technique for precise earth resistance measurements. The fall of potential technique is the industry standard. It measures the resistance of an isolated grounding electrode, ensures safe paths for fault electricity, and provides the mathematical foundation for other procedures. Step 1 is to disconnect the system. You must isolate the ground electrode from the main electrical system before testing to prevent parallel paths from skewing your results. Next, consider the physical layout. Place the current spike far outside the electrode's sphere of influence, ideally 20 to 30 meters away, then position the potential spike in a straight line between them. The 61.8% rule is key. By placing the potential spike at exactly 61.8% of the total distance, overlapping resistance shells cancel out, allowing you to capture the true earth resistance. To verify your measurement, shift the potential spike to the 50% mark and then to the 70% mark. If your readings remain within a 5% variance, your measurement is accurate. The attached rod technique, or ART, is an alternative when you cannot disconnect the system. It uses a current clamp meter to isolate the test current, saving time and improving safety. When you face space constraints, you can choose between a full fall of potential test or a simplified method. The simplified approach uses targeted readings and math to estimate results in tight areas. This decision matrix helps you choose your method. Fall of potential works best for isolated grounds, while stakeless methods suit parallel grounds, and dead earth is a last resort option. For extreme scenarios like large grids, standard distances may be impractical. In these cases, engineers rely on advanced mathematical models like the slope or star-delta methods. In summary, master the FOP technique by disconnecting, properly positioning your spikes, verifying your data, and adapting your method based on your specific site constraints.